Hey guys, so my wrap-up video. I have 19 books to show you. So yes, I have my wrap-up video for you today, and like I said, I have a lot of books to show you. And one really exciting thing, as of the end of May, I've actually managed to complete exactly 50 books this year. So I'm only 10 books away from reaching my goal for the year, which was 60 books. So I think I'm gonna have to up that just a little bit. But yeah, this is all really exciting, and I'm just gonna jump right in because there's a lot for me to get through. The first one that I finished was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. The 6th book from the Harry Potter series, obviously, and I love this so much. One of my favourites, if not my favourite from the series so far. It's fabulous. Obviously 5 stars for this baby. I read Fallen in Love by Lauren Kate. This was just a fun kind of read. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It's sort of like a companion novel to the Fallen series. It's got some of the other characters' backstories included in here, which was really intriguing to kind of learn about. Mind you, I've forgotten who and what most of the characters did in the books. I can't really remember. Well, it's all good. I also read Girl of Nightmares by Kendare Blake. This is the sequel to Anna Dressed in Blood, and I thought this was pretty fun. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. It wasn't as good as the first book. I think my main problem was there wasn't like a huge amount happening. There was a lot of going back and forth between different points and trying to find out information. So it was a little bit more slower in pace and stuff, and yeah, but I did really like the ending. I was quite satisfied. Next we have Infinite by Jodie Meadows, the last book in the New Soul trilogy, and I really like these books. I love the world, and I really like this ending. I think on Goodreads I gave it a 4 stars, but I'm not too sure if I was intending to give it a 4.5 or what, but yeah, I'm gonna say I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really like the ending of this one as well. Good, satisfying end to the trilogy in my opinion, and yeah. I really like these books. They're awesome. If you guys haven't picked these up yet, I definitely recommend you do. Next, I have 3 books that are part of the Land of Elyon kind of series-ish. We have the prequel, Into the Mist, the 2nd book, Beyond the Valley of Thorns, and the 3rd book, The 10th City. These books are more middle grade, but they're so much fun. I think I ended up giving Into the Mist and Beyond the Valley of Thorns 4 out of 5 stars, and I gave The 10th City 5 out of 5 stars. It was, I really like this. This book made me cry, and just, I've never cried in a middle grade book before. But yeah, this series was super duper fun, and I loved all the magical kind of elements and all of Alexa's friends and animal companions. It was so adorable. I also read Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I'm lending my copy out to a friend at the moment, so I don't have the physical copy, but yeah, I read this one. And I'm not sure how I'm planning on rating it. I think it's gonna be around a 3 or 3.5 stars. I did quite enjoy it, but I found it was a really slow build up to the action at the end of the book. And this book is written in 2 perspectives. And I found that the difference between the 2 was very indiscernible. The voices sounded quite similar, so often I'd get a little bit confused between who this was supposed to be from. That was a little bit frustrating. Obviously not my favourite out of the series, but I did enjoy it. I also read Macbeth by William Shakespeare. The play, I had to read this for university, so this was a required reading. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. I don't know, I really struggle understanding Shakespearean language, so I kind of read over it but don't understand really what's exactly going on. I read the last half of Unite Me. This is a series of 2 novellas and Juliet's journal, and out of the 2 novellas I read Fracture Me because I'd previously read Destroy Me, so yeah, I finished this one. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, by the way. And I also read Unravel Me and Ignite Me by Tahereh Mafi. I ended up giving Unravel Me 4.5 out of 5 stars and Ignite Me 5 out of 5 stars. These books are so good! Yeah! Really good. Fantastic. Read these, guys. Read them. Read them and weep. Maybe not weep. I don't think I cried. I might have cried. I cry a lot in books. I cry a lot in movies too, and in real life. Let's move on. These are fantastic. I also picked up The Thief Lord by Cornelia Funk. This was my May TBR jar pick of the month. I'm so glad that I picked this one out because I really like this. It was so much fun. Super quick, easy read to fly through, and it was awesome. I really liked it. I give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. Next we have The Homeland Directive, a graphic novel by Robert Ventity and illustrated by Mike Huddleston. I'd say I give this 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it's definitely better than a 3.5. At some points it got super intense, and at the end I'm just like, oh my god, what is going to happen? Are they going to survive? I also read City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. On Goodreads I rated it a 4 stars, but I think I'm not too sure if I'd give it more of like a 3.5, 3.75. Not too sure. Still trying to figure out what I thought of this. Good sequel, but slightly frustrating, particularly with the whole Clary Jace thing. And one thing that did kind of just didn't seem to work for me was the relationship that Clary had starting from like the beginning of the book. I don't want to like spoil anything, but the guy, I love him. I do, but just like those two together, it doesn't, no. There just wasn't anything to it, and it was just kind of boring, I guess. So yeah, that's the main thing that I was just like, why is this even happening kind of thing. But yeah, moving on from that, I'm looking forward to reading City of Glass. I didn't pick it up straight away, not quite ready to continue on just yet, but I will get onto it. And I've heard that City of Glass is most people's favourites out of the first 3 books at least. So yeah, next, I have The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This was hilarious! Like, I was lolling, I was ruffling. I've mentioned this before, but it definitely is my kind of humour, and it was just a really light-hearted, fun kind of read. Super short, not like anything crazy intense happening, just a lot of fun. So yeah, I rated this one 4 out of 5 stars. I also read Legend by Marie Lu. This was the last book that I finished for the readathons, and oh, great end to my 2 weeks of intense reading. This was fabulous. 5 out of 5 stars. I loved this so much. Like, just the characters are awesome, and this world, I'm so intrigued. Like, oh, that just craziness, and I'm really looking forward to the next books. I need those in my possession now, but yeah, oh, just so good. Next, I read Drink Slay Love by Sarah Beth Durst. I've already done a review of this one, so if you want to know more about my thoughts on it in a spoiler-free review, I will leave a link to that down below, but I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. There's plenty of sass, badass, and humour. So yeah, I really like this one. Lots of fun. And finally, the last book I read during the month. I finished this one not too long ago, and it is Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. This one definitely wasn't like a fun read. It was quite sad, actually, because duh, it's a story about why these people broke up. But it was beautiful as well. Like, the writing style was so unique. Just the way it was written, it's as a letter. So a lot of the time it feels like a stream of consciousness, which I really loved. But at some points it did confuse me because I'm used to just like kind of reading a book as they normally are kind of written. I don't know. So I felt like I needed to concentrate a little bit more on what was being said and kind of imagine it in my head being said in a more conversational tone, and with some of the dialogue, like with those pauses and people stuttering. Because when I first picked it up, that kind of stunted me a little bit. I was like, what? But you definitely get used to it, and oh, it was so beautiful. And I loved how there were illustrations of all of these items which represent reasons why these people broke up, and just, it was beautiful. It was so sad, but beautiful. I think I need to ponder this one a little more before I give it a star rating, but it's definitely up there. So yes, those are the books that I finished reading during the month. I did start a few more. Yeah, I'm still reading the Fairy Tales of the Brothers Grimm. I've read a couple of stories here and there again, but that's an ongoing read. I had also started Ink Death by Cornelia Funk during the readathons. I haven't made any more progress since the end of those readathons. I'm still around 200 pages through this one, but hopefully I managed to finish this one relatively soon. I am enjoying it, I am. It's just really slow for some reason, as I've mentioned plenty of times before. But anyway, yes, so there's this one that I'm currently reading, and I also restarted Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher. This is a fantasy book, and from what I've read of it so far, loving it. The first time round I got about 70 pages through, but then a lot of stuff happened and I'd read a lot of books since, so I decided to start right from the beginning again. So at the moment I'm about 50 pages through, so yes, I'm really excited to finish this one. And now moving on to my June TBR. June. I feel so weird saying that. Time has gone by so fast. Okay, so yes, my TBR for this month. I will be participating in another readathon, and that is the #Aeurathon, and for June the theme is Rick Riordan. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to finally marathon all of these books. The Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. I'm really excited. I picked this box set up when I was in America, so almost a year ago, but I'd been intending on reading these for even longer, just because so many people rave about not only this series, but the Heroes of Olympus series, and I want to jump on that bandwagon yesterday. So this is gonna happen, guys. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna read all of these books. It's gonna be awesome. I also really want to read Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. The last book. Oh, so sad, but I'm ready. I am ready. I'm really hoping that I do have enough time during the month to read this one after hopefully finishing the rest of these ones. And now it's time for the TBR jar. Here we go. Let's see, what am I feel like there's another one on here, isn't there? Yep. Let go. Let go! Okay. So the book that I'm going to be reading is The Vanishing Game. You are over here. Yes, The Vanishing Game by Kate K. Myers. If you are reading this, then it means you're close to finding me. Mystery, intrigue. What is going on here? So yeah, this guy is missing and I think he's left clues behind, so I'm really intrigued. Yes, okay. Excited to read this one. Alright, so those are all the books that I'm hoping to get through. I have a feeling that my reading's gonna slow down a little bit after like those 2 weeks of intensity. So I might not have the chance to get through all of them, especially because I've got exams coming up at the end of the month. But I don't want to think about that right now. Okay, so yes, that's all that I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you very soon. Bye!